Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We have an awesome list of institutions for you to listen to this evening. Welcome to the Oklahoma Virtual College Fair program. Thanks for joining us, and I just have a few housekeeping announcements to make before we get started. You'll be able to use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen at any time to ask your questions of our presenters. If you have a question in particular for a specific college, name the college first so they know who needs to answer that question. As a reminder, this is a webinar, and so your camera and your microphone are turned off, so our panelists can't see or hear you this evening. This is just one of the many sessions happening, so make sure that you either sign up for additional sessions or check out the recordings later of the things that you might have missed. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to our presenters. And tonight you are first going to hear from the University of Central Oklahoma.
All right, thank you, Courtney. I will now be sharing my screen. All right, so this is University of Central Oklahoma. We are located in Edmond, Oklahoma, and I'll get to my introduction page in just a second. Because first, I would just like everyone to, if you are not on your phone, take your phone out and scan this little QR code, fill it out completely, and valid information allows you to get plugged into UCO to receive more information about your intended major and things of that sort. If you are on your phone, you can just go to uco.edu/new after all of the presentations tonight. So this is me, basically a quick rundown. I was pretty involved in my undergraduate experience at UCO. I graduated last December, so I studied abroad. I was really active, mostly with the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. I was also part of one of the leadership scholarships. So if you have any questions regarding anything involvement or scholarships, or even studying abroad, please let me know. Why UCO? So UCO is the third largest university in the state of Oklahoma and also the most affordable public university in Oklahoma. We have an average class size of 26 with a 19:1 student to professor ratio. So you don't only get the opportunity to get to know your peers very well, but also your professors. We have 200+ student organizations, 13 different campus dining options, and we also do have sports. We are D2 in all of our sports except for hockey, which we are D1, and I hear like those games are always pretty fun and intense and definitely something you should go to during your undergraduate experience. We have 120+ majors. I kind of have it broken down via college. So our College of Business has a bunch of really cool things like, accounting, business admin, marketing, but also legal studies. So if you're interested in like doing corporate law eventually, legal studies is a good thing to do because it's under the College of Business, International Business. Our College of Education, Professional Studies is a really good place too because UCO was founded for the purpose of education. So that's our college for education, all types of education, dance education, math education, early childhood education, special ed. We also have fashion marketing, psychology, speech language pathology, and so much more. The College of Fine Arts and Design, also known as CFAD, has all of the really fun ones. In my opinion, I wish I was like a lot more artistic because I would have probably majored in one of these. So there's art history, all different types of art as well, dance, graphic design. We have a really great graphic design program. And of course, our Academy of Contemporary Music, or ACM, which offers associate's degrees and bachelor's degrees in like music business, contemporary music business, contemporary music production, and things of those sort. And that's actually located in downtown Oklahoma City, the Academy of Contemporary Music, and they host a local music festival every year, except of course not this year due to the pandemic. So it's just a lot of really fun things going on there. The College of Liberal Arts, which is where I graduated from with my degree in political science, but we have criminal justice, which is super popular, English, history, mass communication, which are really good because that's broken down into multiple like photography, stratcom, so strategic communications, professional media. We also have different modern languages, French, Spanish, German. We also have sociology, and women's gender and sexuality studies is one of our newest majors. And of course, our College of Math and Science, so forensic science is one of our top programs at UCO, but also one of the top programs in the nation for forensic science, chemistry, engineering, math, nursing, all things of those sorts. For seniors, now is the time to apply. You will need to send us all required documents for your application, including your high school transcript and your ACT scores. We have gone test optional this for the 2021 year, so I can kind of break that down in just a second. And also ask questions. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me or any of your admissions counselors or your high school counselors about these questions. So these are the admission requirements. You can have a 20 ACT or a 1030 SAT or a 2.7 overall non-weighted GPA and rank in the top half of your class, or a 2.7 overall GPA in the 15 core classes you need to graduate from an Oklahoma high school. And again, we are test optional for admissions, not for scholarship consideration, but for admission. So for that, you'll just need a 2.7 unweighted GPA if you were not able to take the test due to the pandemic. For freshman scholarships, our deadline is the 1st of February next year at 5 p.m. You'll need to submit your application, which also has the application for scholarships, which are a series of essay questions, your transcript and your test scores. Again, we are requiring test scores for the time being for scholarships. We have automatic scholarships, leadership scholarships. So you'll hear as PLC, or President's Leadership Council, or Leaders of Tomorrow, or LOT, Regent scholarships, and legacy scholarships. So if you have a parent or grandparent that graduated from UCO, you could qualify for a legacy scholarship as well. We have 5 on-campus housing options. These are just some photos from West Hall is in the left corner and Murdaugh is here in the bottom right corner. We don't have any housing requirements, so you're not required to live on campus, and there's not a specific place that you have to live in. And you can check out our housing website for more information and for virtual tours. Here's the cost estimate. So there's the resident estimate as well as the non-resident. So those totals, again, since we don't have any housing requirements, so if you're not living on housing, you're not going to need a meal plan and you plan on staying at home. If that's something that you can do, you just need to really look at these 2 numbers. And here are our non-resident. And we do also have something called Bronco Advantage for like Texas, Kansas, Louisiana, just some schools from around Oklahoma. They get a Bronco Advantage scholarship as well. So this is also not the exact one if you're from one of those states. Please feel free to contact me. You can email me at trodriguez4@uco.edu or follow me on Instagram, shameless plug, at UCO Talia. I try to post things that are going on campus. Also, our UCO admissions page is also a really good one. And if you have any questions, again, please feel free to use that Q&A option, and feel free to reach out to me, email, IG, whatever it is. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much. And to our participants, don't forget you can put those questions in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up is Cameron University.
Hi guys, so I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna be switching back and forth between our website and a PowerPoint, so bear with me. All right, so are you guys seeing my screen okay? I hope. So when you go to our website, you'll just go to cameron.edu, and here you'll have a button where you can immediately apply. The great thing about applying to Cameron is that when you apply to for admissions, you are automatically eligible for scholarships. We automatically match you with whatever your merits will fit with your particular academic success. And so that's a really great thing. It saves you time and a little bit less stress on filling out multiple applications. And when you go to our website, you can click on menu and you can go down to admissions. And here is a lot of great resources for prospective students. One thing I want to talk to you guys first about is a little bit where we're located. We're in Southwest Oklahoma, in the city of Lawton. And it's a military town. We have Fort Sill right there next door to us. So a very patriotic city. We also have the Wichita Mountains, which is a great kind of nature escape, hiking, trails, rock climbing, and lots of different animals for when you want to kind of take a break from campus life. We also have more than 40 different degree programs. We are a smaller school, but we offer associates, bachelor's, and master's degrees. And so here's kind of a general list of what we offer. Now, the great thing, like I said before about these scholarships, is that you're automatically sort of matched with some of our scholarships that are institutional. And so that's a really cool thing. But there is one scholarship that you will have to apply for. It's called our Plus Scholarship. And when you go to our website, you can go to cameron.edu/plus, and it tells you some information about the requirements and how you can apply. It's more of a well-rounded scholarship, to where it doesn't just look at your GPA or your transcripts. It also looks at any kind of leadership activities you've done in the classroom, outside of the classroom. There is an essay involved, and you also have to have 3 references. But the great thing about it is that it's a full ride scholarship for 4 years. It pays for up to 18 hours. It pays for double room for all 4 years. And you also will receive a $400 stipend each semester. And so we don't always get a lot of people to apply for it. And so it's free money just hanging out there, guys. So that's something that you'll definitely want to, at least apply for, just to see what, you might be offered. Another great thing about Cameron is that we're a very diverse community. We have students from over 44 different countries, very ethnically diverse, and we actually have more female students than male students. It's a very safe campus, and we have been implementing our COVID protocols since the spring. So very good news there. Here's a look at the 2 types of housing that we offer. So as a freshman, you are eligible for our dorms, our North and South Shepler dorms. They are divided by co-ed, so boys in the North and girls in the South. And then for upperclassmen, we have our Cameron Village, which is more of an apartment style living, but we do not require students to live on campus. And so that is completely up to you. A couple of things I want to show you coming up, or at least one thing, is our Pickaxe Preview Day. And so if you go to our website and you go to the menu, admissions, and down here it has different buttons you can click on, Pickaxe Preview. And this is a virtual event that we normally host live every year. But obviously because of COVID, we'll be doing it virtual. If you want to register to get updated on it, it's going to be November 7th at 1 p.m. and it's going to be live streamed on all of our social media platforms as well. And it's just a great opportunity to learn about all our different departments, our programs, and from students themselves, as well as faculty. And so it gives you a better idea of what campus life is like here at Cameron. Back to my PowerPoint, one cool thing I want to show you is that we also just last year implemented an esports team, and it is a competitive college team, and we actually have scholarship applications available for esports as well. And so if you're more of a video game centered person, that might be something that you should look into. And the last thing I'll show you guys is our view book. So when you go, like I said, you go to our cameron.edu, you can hit menu, go down to admissions, and then on the side here, you'll have view book. And it is digital for you guys for the first time. And so this kind of gives you a good idea of where we're located, what kind of programs we offer, our housing, and just kind of different fun facts about Cameron. And so you definitely want to check that out as well. And last thing I will show you guys is you can go to our Office of Financial Assistance. And here is all the great information about FAFSA, about scholarships, and about any types of grants, things of that nature. And so definitely want to check that out, guys. And I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, yes. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. So here's my email and my phone number. We will be on break for the next 2 days for fall break. But after that, feel free to call anytime. So, looking forward to hearing from you.
Dion, that's also a great reminder. Students, don't be shy to put those questions in the Q&A. Next up, you're going to hear from Oklahoma Christian University.
All right, thanks, Courtney. Hi, you guys. My name is Janet Pugh from Oklahoma Christian University. I'm going to share my screen. And all right, now we in business. Okay. Just quickly, I just like to tell people I'm a travel counselor for the university. I am a former student. I graduated spring of 18, and I just love to talk about how, well, the direction I usually take my presentations is that we want you at OC to grow, and we're going to help you to grow in 3 ways that we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to help you grow in your academics, grow in your faith, and more importantly, grow towards your future. And so at OC, we're going to talk about growing in your academics first. I actually got my degree in journalism with a minor in youth ministry, and that's just 2 out of the 80 programs that we have on campus. Now, that is not limited to, is a lot of them, but it's not limited to biblical studies, business, liberal arts, and all of natural health sciences and engineering and computer science. We're actually number 1 in computer science in the state of Oklahoma, rather, and in our engineering programs. Usually when you hear about college, Christian colleges for that matter, usually they're private institutions, and usually people say, it's kind of cool, I like it, this girl Janet talks it up really good, but I can't afford it. We have amazing scholarship opportunities, including your ACT, and you can use your ACT or your SAT scores if they are really up there in the high percent range. You can use those as scholarship opportunities. We also have performance-based scholarships as well. Also, if your church wants to give money towards your education, we will match their scholarship by $1,000. All the other scholarship opportunities we have, come talk to me, email me. I need you to screenshot, because I know you're not going to catch everything I have in 6 minutes. I need you to screenshot every screen that's on here. I know it's going to be recorded, but I know how youth are. So please screenshot every slide. So if you have a question, it gives a photogenic memory. Next, we're going to talk about growing in your faith. We have an amazing program on campus called Ethos, where we want your faith to be a personal experience. We actually were kind of ahead of the curve before COVID happened. We do still have a unified chapel at 11 a.m., but we realized that being in such a big space with a lot of people can cause a little issue with 6 feet and social distancing. So we were already ahead of the curve. We have alternative chapels. So later on this slide, I'm going to talk about all the student organizations that we have. But all of those student organizations actually have their own personal chapel. And on top of that, if you can't make it to a chapel meetup, they have tons and tons of opportunities to still gain those what we call on campus kudo points in order towards your ethos and faith journey. We also have 30 missions programs. We're all about missions overseas and in the States. Please ask me about all that information, about all the extra mission opportunities like the Honduras trip that we have for our nursing majors and for the ones on campus, like anything with homeless shelters, anything that's revitalizing Oklahoma City. We also have vocational ministry. I always like to tell the people, everybody doesn't want to be a preacher or teacher, but if you want to know a little bit more knowledge about the word, we actually give vocational ministry as a second major. So what you do is end up adding an extra Bible class per semester, and you end up getting your degree with 2 majors. All right. Lastly, we're going to help you grow in your grow towards your future. We actually are 15 minutes from Oklahoma City, and I tell people to get out of your comfort zone and get involved, whether that's outside in the downtown area, getting to know your museums, agriculture, anything else, whether it's Chesapeake Arena with the Thunder. Hey, if you're a sports fan, grow their fan base. Or if it's even just on campus. We have over actually 68 now student organizations that are able to kind of get you out of your comfort zone and help you become that leader that you were born to be. We also have an amazing program called Day 6, which helps you to get ready for the real world. Even before you decide to apply to OC. Even before you decide to apply, we actually want to help you with your resume building. Also, we offer mock interview opportunities to help you get prepared of how to dress for the job that you want, and also prepare verbally for the job that you want as well in any career that you decide to go into. I love our community on campus and how everyone's story is definitely different. We're a campus of 2,000 students, and even in our student ratio, our professor to student ratio is 14-1. So I know it's cliche, but hey, it's a good thing to say. You are more than just a number on campus. Now, I know you've loved everything that I've had to say, and I know you were wondering, how do I apply? Take a screenshot of the screen. Also, I always tell my students all the time, come for a visit. We are having Eagle for a Day literally on Friday, and I think that is booked up. But please do not make that as a hindrance for you to visit on any other time on campus. For all of my freshmen through juniors, listen up. I have a great opportunity for you called HSA. If I was in an audience, I tell you to repeat that. That means Honors Summer Academy. You get to be a college student for 5 days. And after those 5 days are up, you get 2 college credits that you can use to mostly any accredited university if you decide not to become a future Eagle. Like I say, come be an Eagle. Come be a part of this awesome cluster. That is actually our president on screen, John DeSteiger. On campus, we actually call him Johnny D, like Sunny D. Yes, if you get it, if you're part of a certain age group, you may not understand that joke. But just know that he is the type of guy that's lovable. And just like this picture, he is as corny and lovable as he is in this picture in real life. We also have a big response team, or we call a COVID task force, if you will, that is making sure that you are protected when you come visit on campus. We do ask you to only bring at least 2 visitors on campus with you. We do temperature screenings, and we ask you to wear a mask. If you have any other questions, please, y'all know I love saying screenshots, so just go ahead and do it. Take a screenshot, take a picture of this screen, because you know you're gonna have questions for me if you don't put it in the Q&A box. And that's my time for today.
Courtney, are you there? Do I need to go ahead and go?
I am. I got kicked off, so I'm so thankful that you guys are on top of it. So next up, you're going to hear from Heather from Crowder College.
I was just really worried things were going wonky on my end, so sorry.
Yes, you know, technology, you never know. So take it away, Heather.
Hey, hi everyone. My name is Heather Flint, and I am with Crowder College. You might not have heard of Crowder College ever, depending where you live in Oklahoma, but Crowder College is a community college in Southwest Missouri, and just south of Joplin is our main campus, if you're familiar with Joplin. We offer over 80 degree programs and certificates, and so I'd like to tell you a little bit about Crowder and why it's a great college option for you to check out. So if you like cheesy acronyms, you're going to love this. You should choose Crowder because Crowder cares. So the C is cost. We are affordable. We will not charge you out of state tuition, and we have lots of great scholarship opportunities. We can also help you complete the FAFSA, which I'm sure you're hearing a lot about, and that will see you're eligible for grant money, which will go further at Crowder because of the lower cost. A stands for academics. Crowder College will provide you with the academics that you're looking for. As I previously mentioned, we have over 80 degree programs and certificates. Some of our most popular programs include nursing, agriculture, vet tech, criminal justice, welding, and diesel tech. And if you're undecided on what you want to do, that's totally okay. We have our general studies program, and general studies will cover those core classes you need for whatever you decide to study, and then it also will give you some electives you can use to explore other classes. The general studies degree will easily transfer on to most four-year colleges where you can continue your studies. We have small class sizes, and we're going to help you meet your goal, whether that's quickly getting into the workplace or easily transferring on to finish a degree at a four-year university. Our stands for resources. Crowder also has a lot of great resources to help you succeed. If you're the first in your family to go to college, or your family has moved around a lot for work, we have some programs specifically for you. We also have a lot of clubs and organizations that can help you get involved on campus and meet other people. One of our most popular ones is the Crowder Aggies. Throughout the school year, the Crowder Aggies have social events, community service events, and they participate in ag contests. But the highlight of the year is traveling. The Crowder Aggies often travel for a couple weeks to places like Scotland or Hawaii to learn more about the agricultural industry and history in that area. And fun fact, you don't have to be an ag major to participate in that club or to travel with them. All right, E stands for environment. Crowder has 6 different locations, and some of these cities you might not have heard of, but the ones that are closest to you in Oklahoma would be our Neosho campus, our Joplin campus, and our Webb City campus. And the Neosho campus is unique in the fact that we offer housing. on our Neosho campus. Most community colleges don't have housing, but we have two different options on our Neosho campus. One is more apartment style and one is more traditional dorm style. One of my favorite things about Crowder is what we call the Crowder family atmosphere. Teachers and staff at Crowder will treat you kindly and want to help you succeed. There's so many different examples of students who have had needs, like needing a bed or needing food, and they send out emails to us as staff and faculty, and those needs are met within a day usually. And that's just one of many examples of how our staff and faculty go above and beyond for our students at Crowder. We also have a variety of sports that you can be involved in or root on at Crowder. We have men's baseball, women's basketball, men's soccer, women's softball, and a new addition, esports. Scholarships are available for all sports, including esports. Our esports teams are currently playing Fortnite, Smash Brothers, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, FIFA, Madden, and Hearthstone. And the final reason to choose Crowder, the S, is that we will help you succeed and meet your goals, whatever they might look like. As we talked about earlier, we are cost effective and we're a great cost effective choice. Students graduating from Crowder can more easily get a degree without going into debt. A unique benefit that Crowder offers is a lifetime learner program. Once you graduate from Crowder, you can take a class every semester and not have to pay for tuition. We want to encourage you to continue to learn and grow even after you leave Crowder. So in summary, why choose Crowder? Because Crowder cares. We are a cost-effective choice that will get you the high-quality academics you want in a friendly environment with lots of resources to help you succeed. So if you're interested in becoming a student here at Crowder, the first thing you'll want to do is apply. You can go to www.crowder.edu and click the Apply Now button. There's a $25 application fee, but you can possibly get an application fee waiver if you qualify for free and reduced lunches, or if you're involved in a TRIO program like Upward Bound. Next, you're going to want to complete the FAFSA. I'm sure you've heard all about that, and it's open right now for seniors. If you need help filling this out, please contact us. I'll have my contact info up in a little bit. We have a free resource on campus that can help you complete this sometimes difficult process. In February, you're going to want to fill out our scholarship application at crowder.edu/scholarships and complete the housing application if you're wanting to live on campus. Next step is sending us your ACT scores. If you haven't taken the ACT or you don't want to, that's totally okay. We have a free placement test that you can take on campus. Finally, we're going to need to have your official high school transcripts sent to us, and then any other college transcripts you might have. Once you get these steps completed, you'll be ready to enroll. So just remember that at Crowder, you get much more than education, you get an experience. And this is my contact info. Please reach out to me if you have any questions, or if you want to schedule a tour of campus. We are doing in-person tours and we would love to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Heather. And because I didn't get to say thank you to Janet, thank you, Janet, to you too. I know that you guys are hearing so many great things about so many awesome institutions, but we still have a couple more. So next up is Drake University.
Hello, thank you. Appreciate your time today, everyone. Janet, Sunny D joke was on point. I laughed out loud. You didn't see or hear me, but I did. It was good. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen. There we go. My name is Tyler Kohler. I'm your admission counselor here at Drake University. Drake is a mid-sized private four-year university located in Des Moines, Iowa. Now, the most important person on campus is our live mascot, Griff 2. He is pictured right here. He is a 1.5-year-old bulldog. And you think he is cute in this photo in a Drake Letterman jacket. He is even cuter in person. And he is one of the best follows on Instagram and or TikTok you will ever have. If you need some smiles during your day, he is the best. And you can see behind me the original Griff. He retired at the end of June. And then Griff 2 took over July 1. Some Drake quick facts. So Drake has just under 3,000 undergraduate students, a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio where none of our classes are taught by teaching assistants or graduate assistants, an average class size of 21, 100 plus undergraduate programs for you to choose from 5 colleges and a law school, 140 plus student organizations, 16 Division I sports, 70% of our students are from out of state, and we have a 98.1% accomplishment rate. meaning the graduating class of 2019, 98.1% of them were either employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. And that is based on a response rate of over 97%. And so you know that number is accurate. Now you're probably asking yourself, what the heck is Des Moines? Where's Des Moines? Des Moines is about 9 hours from Oklahoma City, just for reference. This is downtown, and Drake's campus is about a 10-minute drive from downtown Des Moines. And we joke, Des Moines, who knew? Obviously we did, because that's where we built our campus. There's so many things to do just around the Drake neighborhood. Drake Diner, as you see there, that pizza that's literally a block away. There's Jimmy John's, there's barbecue, there's a new Mediterranean place coming. There is coffee. There's so much thing to do. Des Moines is a population of over 600,000 people, and it's continuously growing. You get the big city feel, but when you're on Drake's campus, you really feel like you're in a small town and a small community, which is really nice. Now, can you picture yourself at Drake? I hope so. There are 2 ways for you to apply. Both are free. You can go directly through drake.edu/apply or through the Common App. We don't have a preference. It is whatever's easiest for you. We have rolling admissions, which means we're constantly reviewing applications throughout the year. For seniors, our application is now open. Our early action priority deadline is December 1st. And that really is for you as a student. Being able to have applying out of the way before winter break is super nice. And being early action, you get notified about housing, financial aid earlier. And then our regular deadline is March 1st. Now, when you're applying, there are 2 ways you can go, 2 pathways. The first one is more traditional, the test score pathway. So you would submit your transcript, your ACT or SAT score, and then you can see the SN recommendation are not required but encouraged. Or you can go test optional. And Drake's actually been test optional for quite a few years now. So if you go that way, you would submit your transcript, and then instead of submitting your ACT or SAT score, you would have an interview with me as your admission counselor, or you can choose to write an essay. The essay, we have no specific Drake prompt that you need to answer. Whatever you really want to talk about that helps us to get to know you, definitely talk about that. And then you can see the recommendation there is, again, not required but encouraged. One thing I want to touch on with test optional, Drake is truly test optional. So if you decide to go that route, your interview or your essay really replaces your test score. We don't need your test score for any reason. And that would be part of your admissions decision for admission, as I just said, and for any merit-based scholarships for Drake. Now, let's talk money. You can see there the cost of attendance is just over $57,000. I know that's a really large number and it might be scary, but don't let that number scare you. We have a lot of resources here at Drake via scholarships that can help aid that cost. And just know we do have a 2-year living requirement at Drake. First scholarship I want to talk about, presidential scholarship. It's our biggest one, our main one, $21,000 to $25,000 per year for 4 years, and you don't need to do anything to apply for that. Once you apply to Drake, you're automatically considered for this award. And in the last couple of years, 100% of students who applied and were admitted before a regular deadline, March 1st, received the presidential scholarship. And then if you're a transfer student, we also have transfer scholarships available. National Alumni Scholarship. This is our top competitive scholarship. You can see it ranges from $3,000 to $10,000. And if you were to see this reward, it would stack on top of your other awards, such as the presidential. You need a minimum weighted GPA of 3.8 or ranked in the top 5% of your class to apply. And then demonstrating some of those strengths in those areas definitely helps out. That application will go live November 1st with a December 1 deadline. And then we have other scholarships available related to either your academic major or legacy, which was talked about earlier. So if your parents or grandparents are alumni of Drake, you are considered a legacy. And there's more information on the URLs at the bottom there. FAFSA, you've probably heard about it. All I gotta say, please fill it out. Even if you don't think you're gonna qualify, you never know. Anything's possible. And at Drake, financial aid packages are mailed in February. We have a 4-year tuition guarantee, so tuition will never increase while you're at Drake, and that's really nice for you and your family as you start planning your next 4 years. And then visiting. We have a lot of virtual visit options available for you, and then we're offering limited in-person visits for seniors and transfer students, and if you want to sign up for one of those, I encourage you to visit drake.edu/visit. You're going to love it here. I know I do. I mean, there's a live bulldog. What more do you want? Here's my email, my phone number. Please contact me with any questions you have. I appreciate you taking time out of your night to listen to all of us speak tonight. Thank you.
Tyler, thank you so much. Our final presentation tonight will be from Tulsa Community College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Jones, and I'm from TCC, or Tulsa Community College, and I am the last one. So you know what they say about being last. They save the best for last. But I didn't say it. I know y'all was thinking it. So really, what my job is I am a part of making sure that your transition from high school to college is as smooth as butter. So I make sure that if you have any questions about admissions, I can answer that, as well as hold your hand through the process as you become enrolled for Tulsa Community College. And a lot of times people like to think that, oh, you know, junior college is just really small, but actually we are the third largest college in Oklahoma. We have over 20,000 students, and we spread our students across our 4 main campuses. So even though there are 20,000 students, you still are able to get that small class size of 17 students and be able to connect with your professor as well as with your peers. So those are just some things about TCC that makes us different. When you come to Tulsa Community College, we want to make sure that you have a goal in mind. So you're not just here taking your general recs and then that's it. But no, we want to make sure either if you're coming to TCC and you want to go into a 4-year institution, you have the tools to do that. Or if you say, you know what, Jasmine, I don't really like education like that. I just kind of want to get a degree to make me more marketable, or a certificate so I can begin work. That's okay. We also have tools for you. So with our university transfer path, you could come to TCC, and every single semester before you enroll in classes, you would meet with one of our academic advisors. And those academic advisors would make sure that your classes align to the degree program that you want to go to at the 4-year institution. So we are not against 4-year institutions. We actually have a lot of partnerships. And if you look to the left, you'll see this graph that shows one of our top transfer universities is OSU. So really the thing about college is it is up to you. All of the choices you begin to make is hopefully to gear you towards who you want to become. So if you come to TCC and want to go to a 4-year institution and get a bachelor's degree, hey, we have the tools to do that. Or for our workforce path, we have our career services department that will help you to polish that resume and those interview skills so you are ready for that dream job. But whatever path you choose, again, it is up to you. And that is the exciting part about college, is that the choices you make start to become realities. So that's really cool with TCC. Next is our costs. So the average cost of tuition for the 2019-2020 school year was $142 per credit hour. So the average class in college is 3 credit hours. So if you take $142 and you multiply it by 3, you will get the cost of a class at TCC. But I don't want to talk to you about costs. I want to tell you about all of the ways you can pay, because there are more ways to pay for school than there is cost. The first way, as you have probably heard tonight, is the FAFSA. It opened October 1st, so if you have not completed your FAFSA, after you get offline, I want you to go and complete that, because you can get 3 opportunities through that application. The first one is grants, money you don't have to pay back. Then you have loans, money you do have to pay back. And we want to make sure we can avoid those and leave school with little to no debt. And the last thing is work studies. So if you want to work while going to school, you can apply for a work study position through that application. For the Tulsa Achieves program, this is actually one of the things that sets us apart. We have a program that gives you the opportunity to earn your associate's degree and have up to 100% of your tuition and fees paid for. All you have to do is be a graduating high school senior living in Tulsa County with a 2.0 GPA and a US citizen or permanent resident. So you can qualify for that program. But if you're like, you know what, Jasmine, I meet all of the qualifications, but I'm not a US citizen, that is okay. One of our values is diversity. So we look for ways to make sure that students have access to higher education. So we have a scholarship called the My Dream Mi Sueño Scholarship for our students who would like to have the chance to get a higher education but aren't US citizens. So you can apply for that. Or if you say, Jasmine, I was meeting all those qualifications of being a high school senior, I have a 2.0 GPA and I'm a citizen, but I just don't live in Tulsa County. That's okay too. We have scholarships for you like the True Blue Leader, where you can polish those leadership skills with us and be able to pay some of that tuition and fees off for school, because we really try to make sure that our education is quality and affordable. So we try to give you filet mignon, but at a fraction of the price. But those are a lot of different scholarship opportunities that we have for you. our big deadline for our scholarships is February 26th. So you have from now until February 26th to apply for those scholarships. And I really do encourage you guys to do that. So thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please let me know. And again, I want you guys to reach out to me. I'm here to help you in whatever way I can. And know that whatever your goals are, we do have programs for that. We have over 100 degree programs to choose from, ranging from aviation to criminal justice. And if you don't know what you want to do, we actually have an assessment through our career services department that can help you decide what to be based on your personality. So thank you guys so much for your time, and I hope that you've enjoyed today's presentations.
Thank you, Jasmine. I'm now going to ask all of our presenters to turn their cameras on, and I'm going to toss a question to them. As you guys are working your way through the college search process, the college application process, you might be wondering, what do I wish that, you might be wondering some great, if oh my goodness, use my words. If these folks have some great advice for me tonight, you know that you have your family to support you through this. You probably know you have maybe siblings that will support you, friends. You have your school counselors to support you, but you might not have known that you have all of these wonderful people on the screen tonight here to support you as well. And so, Jasmine, if you wouldn't mind stop sharing your screen, that they'll allow us to see everyone a little bit more clearly. Thank you. So I am going to toss it. We'll go in the same order that we presented in. And so if you'd like to share your best piece of advice for either students or parents, that would be wonderful.
Yes, again, Talia from UCO, and my biggest piece of advice is to study something that you love and that you're passionate about, not something necessarily that you think is going to make you the most money, because, I mean, doing school is so much better when you love what you're doing, and working is so much easier when you love what you're doing. So that's my piece.
That is a great one. And how about you, Dion?
Real quick, I just wanted to plug, I forgot to mention our deadline for our scholarships is March 1st, so keep that in mind. Cameron University. My advice would be, I went to a large university in Oklahoma, and when I looked at what Cameron had to offer, I realized, like Jasmine was saying earlier, I could have at least gotten my gen eds my first 2 years out of the way at a smaller school. And so I would just encourage people to consider, even though a lot of your friends may be going to the bigger schools, really think about what's best for you in the long run.
So important. Academic, co-curricular, financial fit. It doesn't always mean following a best friend or even a family member. You might be the only one that you know of that's going to that institution, and that is a great adventure. Janet.
It's very interesting you mentioned that. I am actually from Birmingham, Alabama. So for me to go to Oklahoma Christian University, I definitely was that person. I'm from University of Alabama town, so it is very different, like still Roll Tide. Let's not get it twisted. But it was I was the first one in my family to go to school out of state. So I definitely took that leap. I definitely say, as a piece of advice, 2 things. One, get out of your comfort zone. I kind of mentioned that in my presentation, but I mean it. Get out of your comfort zone and get involved. You really don't know what potential you have until you get out of your comfort zone. And so do study abroad programs. We actually have first class for our freshmen, since we're plugging out here. So we actually have first class for our freshmen. So the semester before you start your freshman year, you can actually study in Vienna, Austria, and get 2 of your credits before even starting. But I seriously say, get out of your comfort zone. I'm pretty sure everybody here got out of their comfort zone some type of way, whether that was joining a club or doing a class they didn't think they could really succeed in. So definitely do not say don't listen to your parents, because I know your parents are watching this, but I am saying that literally get out of it, go visit the campus. All of us are going to hype our schools up all day, but honestly, because we love our schools, we take pride in who we're representing, but literally go visit. I always tell people in in-person fairs, because this is so weird, that you need to see yourself being a better version of yourself. When you step on that campus, you need to see, can I be a better version than what I was in high school, wherever you're going to be.
Great point. Heather.
Yeah, I don't think I can come up with anything better than what's been said so far, but I guess what I'd say is don't be afraid to ask questions. I know, especially as a teenager, and I know I was like this, that you get nervous asking questions to professionals, but this one is literally what they pay us to do, is answer your questions. And two, most of us are extroverted people who love people, and we miss people right now with COVID, sort of, but we like answering your questions. So don't be afraid to reach out to any of us.
And there's no silly question, right? Like they're all.
I don't know. There's sometimes, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, no dumb questions.
We love working with students, so don't hesitate. Those phones also make phone calls. They don't just text. So sometimes it's easier to make a quick phone call than to text. Next up, Tyler.
Yes, I agree with what everyone just said, especially reaching out to your admission counselor, because that's what our favorite part is, talking to you all. My piece of advice would be apply to as many schools as you're able to. It's really nice to have options, and typically you don't have to make a final decision until, you know, May, June, and you have time. You don't think that you just because, oh, it's almost December, like I gotta make it now. You don't have to make it now, but have options if you're able to. And definitely, you know, if you can go visit, it's a good one too.
Thanks, Tyler. And our final presenter, Jasmine, what advice would you give?
Advice would be stop sharing your screen when you're done with your presentation. No, I'm just kidding. I want to leave my contact information up a little bit longer for you guys to take a picture. Piece of advice would be to keep dreaming. I know that it's pretty difficult with the pandemic and everything going around with the news, but I encourage you guys to keep dreaming, and whatever your dream is, to fight for it and to find a program and a school that is best fit for you, and know that there are people that are willing to help you. Not everybody is out to get you, and that there are ways to pay for school. Because I'm the third of 7, and I thought there was no way I can go to college, but I got through it, and I was able to change the trajectory of my family lineage. So take that first step and research the schools that you want to attend. So that's my piece of advice for you.
Jasmine, that's awesome. And it goes along with what I was going to say. And enjoy your senior year. There's so many reasons why we could make excuses not to celebrate all of the great things, but celebrate those first applications that you apply to. Definitely celebrate the acceptances, celebrate you know, making a decision and anything that is good right now. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember the smiles on the faces of all these presenters tonight, that they are all here to help you throughout this process. As you close your window tonight, there's going to be a quick 4-question survey, so I hope that you'll provide us some feedback. Don't forget to sign up for additional sessions, and this recording will be available within a week. Have a great night, and best wishes with your search process. Bye, guys.